What's up, guys? Finally, Apple has released their iPhone 5C and iPhone 5S in this year's iPhone event, and from what we see, pretty much all the information they got from the event is pretty much from what we got from the leaks that have been coming in from a few months to a few weeks ago. So let's just give you a basic rundown of the event, give you some bits of my opinion and just any useful information, and not waste up your time. So first things up, they did the normal stats of iOS 7, how many units were bought, and so on and so on. But they did say that iOS 7 will be released on September 18th, which is next Wednesday, and it supports iPhone 4 later, iPod Touch 5th generation. I'm not sure if they said 4th generation. I want to say 5th generation, and the iPad. Now I can't recall what version they support up to or below to, but you can look it up on their website. Besides that, they also talked about iTunes Radio, which also releases on September 18th. They also talked about iWork, which will become free for any new iOS devices. So once you get your iPhone 2 or iPhone 5S, you'll be able to download iWork for free. So that's nice. So one of the first things they revealed is the iPhone 5C, as you can see here. They released 5 different colors for the iPhone 5C: pink, yellow, blue, lime green, and white. So, what the iPhone 5C is pretty much an iPhone 5 just with a new unibody casing, as well as a new HD FaceTime camera, as well as I want to say a slightly faster processor. There might be something else, but I can't make sure what it was. Though it still uses the same 8 megapixel camera, that one flash module, and pretty much it really. So people say it's kind of like cheap or whatever, but hands-on reviews have said it doesn't feel cheap at all. Feels like a nice, comfortable iPhone 5C. Now I think the iPhone 5C is a bit thicker than the iPhone 5, pretty much because of glass and plastic. So you want to have that nice, sturdy, thick protection for your iPhone. So I think that's about it for the iPhone 5C. Oh wait, the price. So they're going to release the iPhone 4S for free, the 8GB model with a 2-year contract. If you want to spend more, you can also get the iPhone 5C 16GB version for $99, the iPhone 5C 32GB model for $199. So they they discontinued the iPhone 5 for the iPhone 5C. Moving on, they announced yet again the new S version for the iPhone lineup, this time being the iPhone 5S, and this time they released a gold champagne model. So now we get gold, white, and I believe they changed the black version to a much space gray color. So you can't really see it now, but hopefully they'll release a video, which I think they did, which shows you the different differences on each model, if that makes sense. So on the iPhone 5S, they still kept the 8 megapixel camera, but they added a few features, as in the 120 frames per second feature, which self-explanatory. It lets you record in like a slow-mo version, but it only records in 720p, not 1080p. And like I said, much better camera, like they usually do, as well as a new flash, one warm, one cold. I can't really go into detail because I'm not really much of a camera person, but it's a nice feature to have on the S version. Besides that, they also added a home button replacement. It's now a Touch ID home button, and what it does is pretty much reads and saves your fingerprint. Now it doesn't save to the cloud, so you don't have to worry about the privacy issue. But what you can do with the fingerprint is that you can pretty much just go into your iPhone with just that added security, as well as make purchases without putting in your password. You can just put in your fingerprint. So that's pretty cool. Besides that, also a much faster processor. From what they say, it's going to be using a 64-bit architecture compared to our earlier versions, which was 32-bit. So they say can really run much faster. Besides that, new processor, iOS 7, camera, and that's pretty much it really. Nothing too revolutionary or anything like that, just a new color and so on and so forth. And see what else. I think that's pretty much it really. So, like I said, iOS 7 is coming out on September 18th. iTunes Radio, I already talked about that. And then they have the event Keynote, which you can watch online right now. My opinion, I mean, it didn't really surprise me, except the Touch ID. That was something that, they really explained a lot in the leaks. But it is a pretty cool feature, nothing as on par as Siri was for the iPhone 4S. But, it's still, you know, I guess worth upgrading if you have an iPhone 4S. If you have an iPhone 5 like me, I wouldn't see upgrading, but I will upgrade. Probably get the new champagne color just because of it. Because I like to waste my money like that. But besides that, like I said, there's nothing really worth. How can I say it? Nothing that makes you go wow, like it did for the iPhone 4S. For me, the one thing that made, I think, the iPhone 4 very special was the FaceTime. Because back then, of course, we had Skype and all that stuff, but we didn't think about, Skype on the go. So, and I pretty much use it because I'm in the military. I can't really see my family, so I was gonna say Skype. So FaceTime on the go really made it much more useful for me whenever I wanted to see my family instead of just talking over the phone. But enough about that personal stuff. But like I said, it's kind of hard trying to get that wow feature when technology is just getting faster and more unique. It's just there's nothing you can think of that can make you go wow. So that's how I can explain it. I'm sure you find a way to explain it yourself. But besides that, the iPhone 5C, I don't really mind that, because I guess it's much better. I mean, the only thing you're losing is the form factor, like I guess the value of it, because when people see you with like I don't know, like a plastic phone, they kind of like think, oh look, it's just a plastic phone compared to an iPhone 5. I mean, they kind of see the build of it, and like they know it's like glass or whatever. I know it doesn't make sense. I'm just trying to explain it on the top of my head, but I don't think I'm gonna get the iPhone 5C, of course, later on, but because it's pretty much just the iPhone 5, really, just a new design, outer design. So, from what they said, also one thing I forgot to mention was that pre-orders is gonna start this Friday, which I think is the 13th. I want to say today is the 10th. Yes, the 13th. And then it's only gonna be only for the iPhone 5C. As for the iPhone 5S, there is no pre-order as of right now. So right now you probably should buy like a portable chair to camp out in an Apple Store, AT&T Store, Verizon Store, Sprint Store, anything like that. That reminds me, they didn't say anything about the T-Mobile, so I was kind of surprised. But besides that, that's pretty much it, really. New iPhone 5C, iPhone 5S, small features, I want to say, nothing too big. 5C, new colors, slightly better processor, slightly better camera, front camera, I mean. But yeah, nothing too on par with the iPhone 4 or iPhone 4S release event. So, you take it what it is. I mean, some people might be more excited than I am, some people less, but I'm still gonna buy their product, so that's all that matters to them. But tell me what you guys think. Leave a comment in the video comment section. But if you guys like this video, please click the like button. And if you want to see more videos like these, please subscribe. Thanks.